All right, on 3.
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Kanpai.
Yeah! We're shooting heroin, right?
You are.
Oh.
God damn. Whew.
Okay. This is going to be that kind of episode.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join 3 assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
Police in Vietnam have confiscated an estimated 3,4,500 used condoms, which had been cleaned and resold as new, according to state media.
Did you mean to say 3,450?
345,000.
So
This was a problem in math class I was made fun of constantly.
So 34,500?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of condoms were used and then recycled.
Okay.
3,4,500 does not make sense. So I'm assuming that's 345,000.
3,400 and 500.
And how many cookies did you sell for the bake sale, little Brandon? 3,4,500. What?
How many cookies did you sell at the bake sale, little Brandon? Cookies are a lie. I will not sell cookies for the man. Rise up against powers that be.
I ate them,
Destroy
you
the
cattle.
patriarchy.
Yes, all things Brandon would say.
Yes!
How much money did you make? $3.45.
Only on this show could I have a cold open of, hey, condoms are being reused in Vietnam. Isn't that funny, guys? And then you're like, lol, dyslexia.
We have a complaint
That's the
here
first
about your
thing you
child.
said. I can't get around that.
We have a complaint here about your child. Now, first of all, we let Brandon into the Girl Scouts as a special exception, but now he's claiming to have sold, instead of selling Girl Scout cookies, he's been selling cleaned used condoms, and he claims that he sold $35,400,027 $8 worth.
Now, did the Vietnamese get this idea for reselling condoms from Frisky Dingo?
I don't think they did. No, I'm just gonna wash them and throw them back into the wild.
Keep them clean, just like the needles. It's a community outreach.
Now, when you say they were cleaned, how were they cleaned? Because
you boil them in water, not too much so they don't fall apart. But hang them dry and you're fine.
So apparently they were. From what I understand, they were just straight up being put into bags, which is alarming. Like, after being cleaned, they were being put into bags, but apparently they just had some sort of apparatus that, like, reshaped them into the little pre-condom thing.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was, like, this, probably still going on, but in the more destitute areas of, like, Africa and other places, people will just use, like, fucking plastic bags as a condom, and it's, like, a real health problem, real bad. So this does not surprise me, as tragic as it is.
Hey, babe, you want to get Walmarted? Got this Walmart bag here.
Meet me out by the dumpster for a fuck.
Yes, precisely. Oh, God. It does just baffle me, though, that, like, they thought that they could get away with this. I'm assuming that they got caught because someone saw in a store just a Ziploc bag with what is clearly a slightly used condom in it.
Wait a minute. I used that last weekend with, those don't look regulation. I recognize that stray hair anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just picturing somebody walks into, a convenience store or whatever, and they're like,
a bodega.
Say what?
A bodega.
A bodega, yeah, it's a Vietnamese bodega.
Spencer's Gifts.
Vietnamese Spencer's.
Spencer's Gifts, caught selling reused condoms.
It should just be a novelty gift you can get there.
They just look on the counter and they're like, Uncle Guyan's used condoms. Let's see.
God.
There's a picture of the guy on the front giving a thumbs up on the package.
Here's what I don't get though. They're reselling the used condoms. No one apparently has been taught the proper technique of like tying off the condom afterwards. They're just all, because there's no way you can like undo that.
Yeah. Well, no. It'd be, yeah. Fucking condoms, man.
Man. What are you gonna do?
Like, this is yet another reason not to go to San Francisco ever for anything.
The reused condoms?
Like, amongst the mountains of refuse in that fucking city, used condoms is one of the larger portions.
Out in the mountains of San Francisco.
Hell,
there's a simple people who live off the land.
Bay.
Say what?
I don't fucking know mountains. It's on the bay.
Out in the bay. There's a simple people who live off the land.
Out in the bay, there's a bunch of people who, never mind, that was about to be really dark. Never mind.
Uncle Abysmii's used condoms.
Oh, kids, don't drink and record. It's probably a very bad idea.
By the way, I think that, when you want to roll up a condom, you don't really need an apparatus to get it rolled up. Back in that position, you just, you put it over your dick when you're hard, and then you turn on Ellen, you say, and it,
well,
rolls up.
Hey. Also, granted, breaking into the condom market mustn't be easy because it's dominated by, like, two brands, essentially.
You never go against Big Condom.
Never go against big condoms. But, like,
never
how
bet
much
against
fucking money
Maxim.
do you have to invest into another apparatus to resell dude, there's other better scams out there. Why are you doing this one?
Maybe somebody just had a bunch of used condoms and they were like,
That's literally what it was. That's actually literally what it was.
Some weird hoarder with, like, an OCD, like, just saves his condoms after use and was like, well, it's time to turn over a new leaf.
No, it was a woman who
these.
was doing it. A woman was in charge of the whole operation.
Oh, of course.
I think she
what
was
happens when you make women CEOs. They resell condoms.
We used to have a respectable restaurant industry that exported pho to America, and she took over and just started buying used condoms. She was just a used condom fetishist who was just looking for an excuse. Mm-hmm. Listen, this is the next big market, guys.
Mm-hmm. So, for anybody wondering, Brandon and Abysmii are taking shots out of condoms for this episode.
That would be very difficult.
For this, our 100 and 500th episode. Happy Halloween, by the way, I guess. I don't know. Is that what we're doing?
Happy
October?
Yeah, happy October month, the best month of the year, except for January, which is pretty cool too. And I guess parts of
January. I think it's very clear that Slimebeast has never gone down on an erect condom because it is horrifying and tastes terrible.
What if they're flavored? I know they sell those flavored condoms down at Spencer's.
Flavored condoms are a lot like flavored vodka. Don't. Like, I appreciate the effort, but
So wait a minute.
So
wait a minute. When I went to Hot Topic and I got those absinthe flavored condoms, she was lying when she was pretending to be drunk. I don't know.
I cannot think of a worse flavor other than like anise or black licorice, as people probably know it. Like that. No.
Durian flavored condoms.
I love how you're saying like black licorice as I'm drinking Jägermeister. There were, I can't find them.
Look, you know what? Jaeger is cool because black licorice is not the only thing in there.
That's true. I found out that there used to be monster flavored condoms, and unfortunately, I cannot find any because boy howdy would I pay big bucks for monster flavored.
New 5-hour energy flavored condoms.
Oh, I saw an awesome tweet. It was just like little meme humor, but it said, if you drink 5-hour energy drinks, you unlock the forbidden hour. Like, you know what? Okay, little math joke. I like it. That's cool.
It's good.
Yeah. So what
if you drink 5-hour energy drinks, you unlock the 3025th hour.
Yeah.
No, that's a proper number, Brandon. Mm-hmm. That's a real number that exists in reality. That's not a dumb made up number.
Palpitations.
Yes. So we're reading Barbie.avi.
Woo. Two of us have not read this.
How is that possible?
DP and Abysmii have not read this.
This is one of my favorite stories. I don't know how you guys haven't read it.
I just, some just slipped through the cracks, man. That's all I can tell you.
I'm assuming this story is about Barbie inviting Ken over for a party and then cutting him up and wearing his skin and stuff like that. Is that correct?
No. Hello.
I'm trying to. What would that be? Homewrecker Barbie or something? No, not Homewrecker.
What would Barbie's version of cupcakes be?
Cupcakes. I mean, Barbie can make cupcakes. She's an independent woman. She can do what he wants. He wants misgendered Barbie for some reason.
Whoa.
She can make cupcakes. She can be a fucking bank teller. That was a weird fucking Barbie set my sister had.
Listen, ladies, you could be making cupcakes or you could be a bank teller.
You can't be both.
Can we get the Barbie's OnlyFan update?
Oh God.
Where the Barbie OnlyFans playset.
Oh man, have you seen? They actually leaked
Show Barbie, dude. That'd be so fucking easy to make.
Her OnlyFans got leaked. They leaked a bunch of photos of her androgynous non-slat.
Androgynous non-slat.
Seriously though, like fucking YouTuber or like OnlyFans cam show Barbie. They'll never make it, but it'd be so easy.
Yeah, Abysmii. It'd be really funny. It'd be funny to see her feet. We know, Abysmii. Jesus Christ.
People pay for her OnlyFans, and then she takes it off, and she doesn't have a vagina. I don't pay for this.
Paid $150.
Oh, hello. This thing happened to me a few months back, and I just need to share it with somebody. It all started at my friend's party.
Barbie's party, inviting Ken over.
Yeah. I'm a party girl.
In a party city. These costumes are shitty.
Doing lines of coke.
Hanging by it. Never mind. God damn it, what's wrong with me?
Doing a little doki doki there.
Hanging out with the Pope? I don't know.
He's an artist who rented out a loft in the industrial part of town. If you can picture what a place like Detroit looked like in the 1920s, that's what this area looks like. A bunch of old turn-of-the-century factories crammed into 10 blocks.
Well, no, most of them. Detroit 20s looked good, and then the fucking automobile industry tanked. Now they look like shit.
Oh, thank God! Thank God he picked the automobiles. I was like, whoa, Abysmii, how drunk are you? I don't know. We might have to abandon this episode. Then all these goddamn motherfucking automobiles. Phew. Oh, thank God. It's close.
Most of them abandoned by Disney.
Damn it. Some of you may have heard that Detroit is responsible
for at least 3 defunct automobile factories.
I've heard that Detroit had to file bankruptcy as a city multiple times. So I partied a little too hard that night and decided to crash on a couch at the loft. I woke up around 4 a.m. The sun wasn't out yet, but you could still make things out in the dim blue light. I went to the bathroom, carefully tiptoeing around the people that were passed out on the floor. As I was taking a piss, I tiptoed to look out the bathroom window, and I saw the panorama of a deserted urban decay.
I tiptoed through the tulips. I tiptoed through the garden. I took out my tiny ukulele. I remembered how much I liked places like this. It was so dark and devoid of life, like a Spencer's in the mall, and strangely serene. So I went back to the couch and tried to fall asleep. After 45 minutes of staring at the ceiling, I decided I didn't want to be there any longer, so I swallowed my pride and decided to wake my girlfriend up to beg her for a ride.
That's a total Brandon move right there.
Baby, please.
If you want to go and take a ride with me, I'm stuck in a loft in the 1920s. Fuck Detroit. So he didn't take his own car there. What an idiot.
Beg her for a ride, since walking around the vacant streets at this time was not an option. Get run over by all those automobiles. Being an awesome girlfriend, she was totally cool with it and told me she would be there in about a half hour. Oh, so I thought he was waking her up like right there. I gotcha. Be there in about a half hour and that she would give me a call when she was outside. My phone died 10 minutes later, So I decide I would sit by the window and watch for her car. I sat there for a while, and my eyes started getting heavy, and I began to doze off. Why is he wanting to leave again?
Because he's at a weird person's house and just, probably wants to shower and shit.
Yeah.
So shower and shit there.
Because it's weird.
That's weird.
That's why you
shit in the
drive
shower.
Places. You can leave whenever you fucking want.
That's the thing is when I go on vacation, no pooping. Like, if you just put me on vacation for like 2 weeks, I won't poop. There will be no pooping. Poop will stop. I will stop producing poop.
That is a worrisome diagnosis.
Boy, could you imagine Brandon coming home from vacation? How was your vacation? Can't talk, gotta go. My androgynous non-slat.
What if they gave her an androgynous non-slat, but they still gave her a butthole?
That would be interesting, I guess. That'd be funny, Brandon.
I mean, everybody poops.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Everybody poops. But yeah,
pooping Barbie.
I've never understood why they have the little dolls that like piss themselves.
Yeah, and give it to like really young kids of, hey, you just learned how to piss yourself. Now take care of something else that pisses it. What?
It's almost like a what do you call it? I can't think of the right term when you're being malicious towards somebody in revenge. Passive aggressive, I guess. It's like a passive aggressive thing of, I just had to put you through potty training. Here, now you do it. Fuck.
You have to well.
This is what I had to do.
I had to deal with this stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
A crashing noise outside woke me up. It wasn't loud, but just enough to snap me into reality. Whoop, there goes gravity. I looked out the window and scanned the area, but didn't see anything. Across the street from the loft, near a mountain of garbage bags and one of those enormous dumpsters, I see a computer and a monitor smashed against the floor that hadn't been there before.
So the floor hadn't been there. Interesting.
I don't understand how this dude's like, yes, completely barren urban decay Detroit. I kind of like this. Look at that mound of garbage over there. This is ideal.
There was a Vietnamese woman picking up all the garbage bags and washing them.
looking left to right a lot. When my girlfriend arrived, I went downstairs and greeted her. Just as I was about to get in the car, I remembered a friend of mine who had blown out his power supply. So I decided to walk over to the dumpster and see what I could salvage. The monitor was worthless, but the tower seemed to have suffered almost no damage, so I put it in the trunk and we drove off.
Can you fucking imagine?
Not
hey,
anymore.
babe, thanks for coming here, waking up and coming to pick me up. Hold on right here while I go see if there's anything good in this trash to put in your fucking trunk of your car.
Just out there just digging through it. Don't you love this urban decay, babe? Why are you dating this loser?
She's just like, thank God he has a gigantic cock. About a week had passed, and I had completely forgotten about the tower until my girlfriend called to let me know that it was still in the trunk and that she wanted it out. What a bastard.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What an asshole. You left garbage in your girlfriend's trunk. That's so fucked.
To be fair, Chelsea leaves a bunch of garbage in her car regardless, so I don't give a shit.
That's her car, though. Like, you're allowed to leave garbage in your car.
Brandon just taking a bag of trash out from his kitchen and putting it in her car. Go back in the house.
Anyway, Chelsea, so Barbie.avi, right? It's this really interesting story.
Funniest story I ever read. Okay, so let me just go back here. Until my girlfriend called to let me know that it was still in the trunk with 5 other computer towers and that she wanted it out. That night, I brought it home.
I'm trying to hook them up to make a supercomputer.
I'm going to Frankenstein this shit. It's going to be awesome.
I'm going to make my ultimate gaming PC to play Among Us. That night, I brought it home. Before I took it apart, I decided to hook it up to my monitor to see if it still ran. And to my surprise, it did. It ran Windows XP. By the way, I should probably continue reading, but I wanted to give an anecdote. I actually found a computer tower at a garbage dump like a long time ago, like the county place where you go to drop off your shit. Yeah. Somebody had put it aside, so it was like one of those obvious things where it's like somebody had said, this is still good, so if anybody wants it, I'll put it over here. You know, that type of thing. So I was like, fuck it, I like computers. Take it home, and I'm like, I wonder what's on this. Wonder if there's gonna be some secret shit on here. Something spooky, or something interesting, or something weird. Start it up, and there's all like church pamphlet outlines, and I'm like, fuck, it's a church computer. Not interesting, fuck.
I will say, and I think Creepypasta, especially stories like this, are very much responsible for making the, I'm sure there's a term for it, but there is this kind of millennial dream and aspiration
Infinity.
to happen upon a fucking like discarded laptop or tower or just like thumb drive with shit on it that is not meant to be seen. Like it is such a, you know, you want to say like, oh yeah, I found some fucking lost stuff that someone left behind, had spooky shit on it.
Ooh. It ran Windows XP, and it looked like it had been wiped clean. I decided to do searches for words like tits and pussy in hopes of finding some secret stash full of weird, deviant porn.
Okay. No one, if someone's going to have a secret stash of porn, they're not going to name it tits and pussy.
There's a folder called tits. All that's inside it is another folder called pussy.
And then inside that folder is a bunch of pictures of feet.
Yes.
And there's a subfolder of nothing but church pamphlets.
You got footed. God damn it. Not again.
No, so that's always been a big gripe for me with this story. It's like weird, deviant porn. But meanwhile, like, it's tits and pussy.
Androgynous slant.
Androgynous slant.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Okay. Everybody in the comments below, tell Abysmii why that was wrong. In hopes of finding some secret stash of weird, deviant porn, I guess like deviant art, like furry shit, the previous owner had forgotten about. Morbid curiosity, I guess.
That would be appropriate. That'd be fine.
No! Search came up nothing. Searched for picture files. Nothing. Then I searched for movies, and one file came up. It was an .avi inside a folder titled Barbie. Hidden in the Windows/System32 directory. Good thing he didn't delete System32 to try to fix the computer.
Max, what the fuck are you doing? Where's my computer? Not now, Dad. I gotta get rid of this.
What the fuck?
No, it's the beginning of Goofy movie, and they're living in Detroit. And he's just like, no, I can't let my dad see. So he just throws his whole computer out the window, and it wakes up our narrator.
That's gotta be Goofy Movie 3. Like, they fall on fucking hard times, and they have to leave their idyllic suburb. Hell yes. They'll never do it, but it should be that.
Maxie, I'm worried about you joining this Antifa.
You don't understand, Dad. You're a fash. I'm a what?
But Maxie, it seems like, you know, if you're out there doing violence in the name of political causes, then you're the... Dad! Shut up!
You didn't read the church pamphlets I sent you.
He's just like the most like well-meaning Trump supporter imaginable.
Oh my God.
He's wearing a MAGA hat. He's just like, well, I just like a lot of his rhetoric. I think he's saying some sensible things.
Listen, Maxie, I'm not racist. It's just that, you know, we had to move here because Mexican Goofy took my job.
Oh,
double Mexican Goofy.
You know what? Like, the sad thing is that fucking Disney's trying to like update a lot of their stuff for the modern audience, but that is it. That is fucking America right now in a nutshell.
Oh.
So.
Oh man.
The backs. Oh god, I love it.
No, it just makes sense because like Goofy is the most like prototypical boomer. Yeah. Like I love you know, I just like going fishing, and so that makes perfect sense.
I don't know how to relate to my kids because there's a big generational gap, and you know things back in my day were. Yeah, no, he is.
And he's just like, I don't understand how this is activism. You're just shitting in front of a computer.
Well, you know, they're always making fun of this Donald Trump fella for falling down ramps and stairs, and that's pretty much all I do, so they're kind of making fun of me.
Donald Duck looks like Donald Trump.
Donald Duck would be like Biden, I guess. He would be for Biden. And
he's too loud and aggressive. He can't be Biden. Biden's too passive.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god, Donald is a Bernie, bro. Biden is the candidate.
Whenever he does the quack, it's just socialism.
Well, now, Goof, I don't know about this here Donald Trump.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, we have deviated too much. I do have to say...
You know, anarcho-capitalism, you know, might be good.
No, I can't. No, there's no way that anarcho-capitalist. Not at all.
Oh,
No,
anarcho-capitalism.
it
He
does
fucking
make sense.
petitions the fucking government to give him like forever copyright. There's no way that's
Disney,
wants-
Disney building the roads? Disney owning the roads? Huh?
action by the state.
Disney toll tax.
One big Disney World.
That's gonna be $20 Mickey to go down the highway.
God. Was he Ron Paul? Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's not good.
Ron Paul's a piece of shit. Okay, never mind.
Oh, this is not good. He's totally going to be dead by the time this episode airs.
If you don't support health care for other people, I don't give a shit. Anyway.
It is goddamn. Guess when this was recorded?
This was recorded in 2017.
Prophetic.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do like the story so far. I like the setup. It's got like a couple oddities, but other than that, it's fine.
Oddities in a creepypasta?
I know, right?
So I played it. Now this is where it gets disturbing.
This-
The movie.
This is me. You may be wondering how I ended up in this situation. Here's where it gets disturbing. Anyway.
So the movie was about an hour long and was made of what seemed like raw exported footage. The footage was of a woman sitting in a chair and talking against a white backdrop.
Yeah.
I skipped through most of movie. I lost most of the movie. It was all the same continual shot.
I am American from Detroit, you see. Yes.
Then I decided to sit through the footage to find what she was talking about. 15 seconds into the footage, the audio goes completely bad and her voice is drowned in harsh, static background noise. I couldn't make out a thing.
That sounds
Like women? Abysmii, please.
like I don't know if the harsh static background noise is going to be justified or if it's just that spooky. If it's the latter, you could just say the audio drops out because, I don't know. It feels a bit gratuitous. That's all I'm saying.
When you see the footage, it's kind of clear that it's just like really crappy audio.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Abysmii knows, since he's a Barbie virgin. Virgin Barbie, available now. Since he's a Barbie.avi virgin, did you know there actually is a video?
I've heard. I haven't watched it, though.
Virgin Barbie with real bleeding action.
God damn it. From where? We don't know.
I'm in shattering action.
So you... What the fuck? I'm in shattering action.
Jesus Christ.
That was the best part of the last story we did. I forget, because we were talking about the house fucker and somehow got onto Hyman shattering. I don't even fucking remember. But I just re-listened to that episode and I was like, oh yeah.
My name is Hyman Shattering and I'm running for president.
No, so you give the kid that just got potty trained the doll that pisses itself, and then when a girl goes on her period, it's just like, listen, you're going to deal with this, you're also going to deal with this doll, and you just give her Susie Bleeds a Lot.
What if women just got a series of dolls all throughout life? This is Menopause Marilyn.
I mean...
who is this? What? It's Dementia Dorothy.
They almost did that. I seriously remember, like, advertisements for dolls, like, that are very much targeted at different stages of a girl's, like, adolescence and shit.
Yeah.
They, like, would not put it past them. Fucking weird. But Batman toys, those are okay.
Yeah. Batman with Hyman Shattering action.
Catwoman, come here.
You could see like a 1980s commercial where it's like, whoa, Batman with Hyman Shattering action. Come here, Catwoman. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Not your giant bat cock.
Hey, yeah, I'm Catwoman. Not a pet cock. Oh, yeah.
When you fuck Catwoman, does she just go like...
Yeah, she tries to...
horrifying.
It's not a fun time, I imagine.
She tries to slash the shit out of you.
And if you're into that, nah. Blah, 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 blah.
I gotta pay for 6 kids? What the fuck?
You're passed out post-coitus, and you just wake up to her pissing on your face.
Now, Brandon.
We're married.
Don't bring it back to your fetishes.
So, I imported the footage into Final Cut and tried to mess with the levels to isolate her voice. It helped a little, but I still couldn't hear what she was saying. I was intrigued now, and I began to really pay attention to her face and body language.
Ooh.
It seems that she's being asked some kind of questions, because she stops at times to listen and then continues talking.
About 15 minutes into the footage, her face begins to redden and contort as if the questions are bothering her, but she continues to answer them anyway. Shortly after, she begins to cry. She sobs hysterically for the duration of the film. One of the few words I could lip read was skin. Would you really, as a layman, would you be able to lip read skin? Or would
Not
you?
really, no. I'm assuming this footage is like somewhat grainy as well, or like not, crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you can make out like what shapes her mouth is making for sure.
Yeah, but
Really?
I'm wondering how many words look like skin. Like this, maybe?
Skin. I don't know. I can kind of
Thin.
picture it in my.
Scam.
Well,
Scrotum.
keep reading.
She repeats this word many times throughout the footage. Skin, 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 skin. And at one point, she even pulls at the skin from her arm and mouths the word. Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
She seems to be unhappy with her skin. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Whoa, do you have a problem against white people?
Yeah? Are you kidding me? Have you been paying attention to history? The fuck?
Maxie, we're not white. We're, well, I don't know how to answer that question.
We're goofs!
You're not. I'm a goof. I invented that term.
Oh. Maxie, look, I'm just saying, maybe we shouldn't make Molotov cocktails in the kitchen.
Right next to your egg boiling when you saute them for some reason.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. Goof the police.
Oh, there is so much more I have to get off my chest, but it's getting late and I can't go on. We'll share the rest tomorrow. God save my soul.
Okay, so was this originally posted in increments, or is this just a very strange...
I think it was just posted all at one time.
Well, what
God
the fuck?
save my soul. That sounds a bit too much.
God save my soul. I saw a woman talking about skin. Whoa!
Women can't talk about skin. That's gross. They got
I will say that this story hasn't aged perfectly well. I still like it, but there are bits like that where it's just like melodramatic and amateurish, but this was doing some new things. This, like, you talked about the idea of like finding like a computer with fun hidden stuff on it. Like, this was the story that did that.
And we definitely, I think, are, you have to offer some leniency to as older classic creepypasta like this, because they've been done so many times and probably improved upon, honestly, in later stories. So there is, like I said, leniency you have to offer to it, and I really don't hold it against the story very much.
I will say that this is the beginning of the story, and it does kind of take a turn. I will say that.
Okay.
I won't give any more away, but I'll say that what the story has been up to this point changes.
She's a Wendigo.
Maybe. It kept on building and building.
Wendigo Barbie. Sorry.
Cannibal Barbie. Oh, I'm eating Ken. I'm gaining his powers. I'm feeding off of his anger.
Can you imagine this being written in no sleep in today's affectations? It'd be so fucking boring and stupid. I found this weird thing, and then, like, I turned into a Wendigo. That's the horror.
It would start off with the lead of, I found a file on a PC about a woman unhappy with her skin.
Then she got brutally murdered bloodily on the screen immediately.
By 7 Wendigos, and then they somehow traced my IP address, and now they're coming for me.
Snow White and the 7 Wendigos, but yeah.
It's just Barbie on the couch, and then there's 7 black Wendigos behind it.
Double!
No.
Yes, double.
God.
Double, draw a Barbie doll on a couch, 7 Wendigos behind her, and looking in the window is Mexican Goofy. There. We got everything.
Okay, do that.
What makes him Mexican Goofy? Pray tell.
I don't know. It's up to Double. On his shoulders.
But no, when you're doing this double, make sure that Barbie is not in the Piper Perry position where she's got her legs folded.
No.
Instead, I want her naked, and I want her ambiguous gash not there.
I want her naked, and I want pictures of Spider-Man.
I want her like she's actually a Barbie doll, so she's like rigid and like askew on the couch.
Yes.
And the Wendigos don't understand that it's not a thing they can actually fuck.
One of the Wendigos is just scratching his antler. I can't eat this. I can't fuck this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Am I supposed to absorb the power of plastic? I don't get it.
And about 40 minutes in, she's crying so hard she can barely look at the camera. She stops talking at this point, and the rest of the footage is just her crying with her head down. Oddly enough, she doesn't get up or move. The screen just fades to black.
Oddly enough, she doesn't get up.
I was fucking dumbfounded, yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting, and granted, I think this came out much later, but have either of you seen the Poughkeepsie tapes?
The Poughkeepsie tapes? No.
Poughkeepsie tapes?
Right here, get the Poughkeepsie tapes right now for only $45.90.
It's this rather disturbing found footage film, and I would not be surprised if it took hints from some early creepypasta. Would not be surprised. It's good, though. Check it out if you can stomach it. I played the whole thing through many times that night, trying to find inflections and nuances in her movement that would reveal anything else about what was going on.
Why?
I felt so dissatisfied. I wanted to know more. That's when I noticed that there was about 10 more minutes left on the timeline after the screen went black. And about 2 minutes in, there was more footage. I kind of like that we can make the inference that our protag is kind of a
dumbass?
Scum fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, he's like, he's not a good person. He gets wasted at a party and, wakes up, has his girlfriend pick him up because he's he's not responsible enough to handle that, puts trash in her car, gets obsessed with this poor woman who's probably being abused.
These are all things that I do. Are you trying to say something about me?
I was sort of like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, if I found this footage, I would report it to the police, not spend a lot of time trying to find out what happened.
Why would you report it to the police?
Because it looks, if I thought it was real, then I'd be like, this is illegal, and
what's illegal?
I'm saying, it didn't say she was tied down, did it?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, for some reason my brain inserted that. I thought she was like restrained. Okay, never mind.
Fetish.
Never mind.
Sounds like some fetish. Your parents ever tie you down and make you watch Pinocchio?
Try to make him watch Barbie.avi.
Oh my god, Goofy tied Max down and made him watch Pinocchio, but it was just Pinocchio sitting on a stool at the foot of his bed. Hey there.
Never mind.
Hey there, Pinocchio.
It's just Pinocchio with Mickey Mouse ears hat on.
I'm Mickey Mouse! And his nose keeps growing. Fucking hell.
I'm gonna be a real mouse.
So who's what now?
You are at the footage.
You are at the footage. The footage was extremely salty, extremely shaky, almost unwatchable, and depicted a pair of legs walking along train tracks. My guess is that the camera was accidentally left on, as it was being carried somewhere. The person in this footage walks along the train tracks for about 6 minutes, timestamp, and then turns into the forest. Wow, that's a pretty good trick. And walks over what looked like foliage flattened by a piece of plywood. The person continues on this makeshift plywood road until the movie clip ends. Okay.
Huh.
My heart now started to beat with excitement because there were train tracks a few miles away that looked very similar to the one in the video.
It's made of wood and metal. Similar.
And I had to check it out. There's no metal in the city of Detroit. I called up my friend Ezra. He's about 5'6", 250 pounds of mostly muscle.
And then I called up my friend better than Ezra because I thought he would help out more.
Ezra-er, even. I convinced him to go on a little adventure with me. I'm no pushover myself, but I felt if was to go wandering into the woods looking for God knows what, extra muscle couldn't hurt. This whole idea of investigating this video got me excited. I couldn't sleep. So excited I couldn't sleep.
I just want to say there's a big difference between someone who is 5'6", 250 pounds, and 6'4", 250 pounds, Brandon.
That makes more sense.
One of them's Goofy. All right.
Here's my before and after pictures, 2010 to 2020. Here I'm 5'6", here I'm 6'4". Same.
No,
way.
reverse it.
The next morning on a sunny Saturday, I took my flashlight, my camera, and my 7-inch K-bar.
K-bar?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Like Batman has a Batarang, this guy has a K-bar, I guess.
It's one of those health food bars, you know. Ooh, eat a K-bar.
7 inches of nutrition. Oh, it's a knife. Okay.
Can we... Oh, there's a t-shirt idea. Can we get merch? Can we get a t-shirt that says 7 inches of nutrition and just has Abysmii standing with his fists on his hips?
Yes.
That makes no sense.
And I don't mean a drawing of Abysmii. I mean a photo of Abysmii poorly cropped out, like poorly tooled out of a picture.
God, please, no. So K-bar's a knife. I get it now. With matte black finish. Oh, and serrated edge. I should have just kept fucking reading. That would have given me the clues.
No,
and
it's a nutrition bar with a serrated edge.
Serrated for extra nutrition. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I got to
some granola bars, they're so fucking crunchy and dry that they could have serrated edges.
I fucking hate Nature Valley.
I hate nature.
Those are such.
Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Nature Valley is the worst thing that has ever been invented.
I hate those. If you could do fucking Cliff bars or like any other ones that are kind bars are fine. Those ones fucking suck. When I got to his house, he wasn't even awake. When I woke him, he pretty much told me to fuck off.
Why does this guy keep waking people up? Do things at normal times.
I was already packed and I had mentally prepared myself to do this, so I decided to go through with it without him.
So that was all pointless or what?
I think, I don't hate it for showing our protag's recklessness and kind of like just his, I don't want to call it OCD, but he's like hyper-focusing on this thing he saw. I don't mind it. And it didn't take up too much. It wasn't like 3 paragraphs of, I took all this time to get to Ezra's house and we had an argument and he said, blah, blah, it was just, and he told me to fuck off.
See, now if this was like a Hollywood movie, Ezra would be the killer at the end. Because it's like, here's this one-off character that doesn't matter. Surprise, here he is, he's back. The only other character in the movie, aside from the girlfriend. Yeah.
I parked my car at the train station, took my stuff, and hopped onto the tracks, never to be seen again.
A train ran me over instantly. It was turned into a fine red mist.
But no, I think the purpose of, introducing Ezra and immediately throwing him out of the story is to say, this is a diary of things that happened, and, that's not a perfect story, but that's just, bro, this is just what happened. It's real life.
Which is why it's weird this isn't in a multi-installment format.
Yeah, this is way before that was a thing.
Could this be like a 4chan green text post that just got tied together and then put up here?
Yes, that's kind of the feeling of it to me, and even though we're very tired of the no-sleep format, this was, the no-sleep format wouldn't exist without this story. This was the thing. Well,
and this doesn't fall into those pitfalls of, everyone, let me know how you think of my totally real blog, happy to read all the comments. It's just, I've typed enough, I'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's it. Later, and then it just continues. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you guys think I should do with Barbie.avi? Delete it. Oh, okay. Well, end of
I
story.
would love it if this was a no sleep written today. It would be like the author would think up this really nice, well detailed character for Ezra, and then a bunch of people would say, "Man, fuck Ezra. He sounds like an asshole. Just go on without him."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
I actually would not be against a subreddit where it was really like a choose your own adventure type thing, where the top comment, the top voted comment is how the story goes. Just as a game, but.
Yeah, I've seen Twitter threads that kind of do that. Yeah. So it's possible. That'd be fun.
Anyway, look for that subreddit. No, I don't feel like making it.
Nah.
So where are we now?
After walking.
And this is me?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. After walking for about 2 hours, I saw a broken piece of plywood, and my knees almost buckled with excitement. I have a bit of a fetish for old plywood. I took off my pants.
This dude just likes garbage. What's the fetish? What? There's got to be a term for it. People just get turned on by garbage. Oh man,
Pokemon fans?
Hoarders.
Hoarders. Yeah, hoarders.
Well, No, because it's not always garbage. You can hoard fucking anything. But this dude's like, oh shit, I love urban decay. Oh my god, a dumpster with a computer outside of it? Ooh, rotted plywood.
God damn it.
Fuck.
I almost buckled with excitement. I searched the nearby foliage, and there it was. A little plywood trail leading into the forest.
Meet me down by the plywood trail.
Don't you love when you take a girl home from the bar, you get undressed, and then you see her little plywood trail? What? What?
Yeah. Man, you got a thick plywood trail. Yeah, and under that I have an androgynous gash.
Under that I've got balsa.
She's my cherry tree. You said balsa wood.
Dig a little hole, plant my seed.
Yeah, she got a cherry tree, you know what I'm saying? And just call me George Washington, because I'm going to have it cut off.
Is that... Fuck, who did cherry... Never mind. That was better.
God damn it. God damn it. What?
See, Slimebeast doesn't have to drink. This all just comes naturally.
Listen, you know George Washington, right?
Yes.
You know
fuck is
him,
that?
and you know about his history with cherry trees, or no?
Well, the alleged history is kind of a fucking tall tale at this point.
It's a it's dubious in legal course. Yeah.
You know about his affinity for cherry trees and the chopping thereof. Anyway.
Yeah. I walked slowly along the trail, paying close attention to everything. I would stop occasionally, kneel down, and listen for anything or anyone. But it was so quiet.
I would stop occasionally, kneel down, and shout out, "Gosh, I certainly hope no one fucks me in the mouth. It would be so embarrassing." Then I would go another 20 feet and start again.
Man, please nobody put their severed cherry tree in my mouth. That'd be awful. This was one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever done. I don't know what I'd expect at the end of this trail.
The dense tree line gave way into a little island of grassy fields, and then I saw it, a house being consumed by the forest.
Ooh.
Just a fucking tree ants just eating a house. That'd be great. From the looks of it, no one had lived there for 20, maybe 30 years. I got my camera and snapped a few pics. A few yards away from the house was a tool shed made of rusty sheet metal. I just sat there among the trees for a while, absorbing everything. I like that. That was good.
When was this written?
Ooh, boy.
Well,
probably like 2007, 2008, I think.
What were there? Were there
It
cameras?
was submitted. It was submitted 2010, but yeah, originally, who knows?
I didn't want to go into the open field. Then don't. I had this bad feeling that something would see me. It took me a while to muster the courage to go up to the house. The door was partly opened. I pushed it in with the flashlight and was relieved that the inside was actually well lit. I put my flashlight away, got my camera, and took a few more pics. There was no furniture! Bum, bum, bum. The end.
That would be amazing.
The floor was riddled with bricks and wood and rubble, and some of the walls had huge holes in them. When I went in further to explore, I saw some things that I didn't pay much mind to in that moment. But now that I think about them in hindsight, they greatly disturb me.
I would... More stories need to end on just nothing. On just blunt, immediate endings. That would be so great.
No, I like the idea of going to a house in the middle of nowhere, and there's just holes in the wall that are like dick height, and like this person is just like, unzip, puts penis in hole, story ends.
What if you had a story? What if you had a story where it's like, I went to sleep in this old shack out in the woods after getting lost on a hiking trail, and I noticed that all around me were portraits of giant dicks. When I woke up in the morning, there were no portraits, just holes in the wall. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
That's the real horror.
The first thing that seemed a little odd was that one of the doors in the first room, that I presume led to the basement, seemed a little too new to be in this house. It was also the only door in the house that was locked. Also, when I made my way up to the second floor, I saw some chairs and a foldable table, if you will, that also seemed a little too new to be there. But what disturbed me the most, for some reason, was the bathroom. The dust on the mirror had been wiped away, and in the bathtub, I saw a clear plastic tarp that still had water droplets from it. On it, rather. When I presumed it was washed clean. That was when I heard something moan really loud, and that's when I jumped the fuck out the second-story window and ran back to the track.
It's just Brandon coming home from vacation.
I Goofy screamed and left out the second-story window.
DP, have you ever run into a room and Goofy screamed?
Maxie!
That's not the Goofy scream.
God damn it.
There we
Yes.
go.
Okay.
Thank you. Halfway there, I realized the moaning was most likely a water pipe expanding or contracting. That little moment of relief gave into the horror which I felt when I wondered why the water would be running on an abandoned house in the middle of the fucking woods. It's been a little more than 2 months since this happened, and I haven't gone back there, nor do I plan to. Satisfying ending. God damn.
Yeah.
Like, I like it. This is, I could call it keyhole fiction, to borrow Slimebeast's term.
No.
I found a video, and it intrigued me. I did a bit of urban exploration, which intrigued me, but frankly set off enough alarms. I'm like, fuck it, I'm out. That's how most sane people would usually react, and it leaves more up to the imagination. I can see why people like this story.
Meh.
All right.
I think it kind of, I don't know. It's not
hold on. Before you do that, ring the bell. We know what time it is.
It's time for Slimebeast to say that he feels like it's not enough on its own and needs a second part.
Wow.
Part two of question mark?
Part 2 question mark? The end question mark?
We do have something special in store for that, but closing thoughts on Barbie.avi. DP, I know you've already read this, but anything like, now that it's been a while, DPI.
My DPI is like 8 million. I have a really sensitive mouse.
DPI fucking stonks are like out of control.
No, I like
my DPI is set so high that I moved my mouse an inch and killed my girlfriend in the next room.
Real gamer problems.
No, I feel that the story ends abruptly on purpose. It has an arc to the story, but not a satisfying ending. The ending is satisfyingly unsatisfying, and I like that we don't get any more out of it. We don't run into the issue of, hey, let's just continue to go down this dark, dank path, because everything up until this point is stuff that I would do as a good Boy Scout. I'm like, oh, cool, dilapidated, decayed PC. Let's investigate. Ooh, weird, mysterious video. Probably nothing, but fun to get obsessed over and try and figure out if there's some sort of mystery here. And then, it's like, oh, there's train tracks. I know those train tracks. Cool, let me go investigate. Oh, something weird is happening in this house. Fuck this, story's over.
So, are we supposed to draw any conclusions from what we read other than what's presented to us?
We could. I don't think you have to, and that is my favorite type of obscure ending is, if, people who will read into things will do it regardless, but I really appreciate, like Brandon was saying, an unsatisfyingly satisfying end. How'd you say it?
A satisfyingly unsatisfying ending.
Yeah, I prefer that because I often, if I really want to, I'll go back and try to read into something, but this is enough for me. I like things being left up to the imagination. And I understand, if I had to write this, I wouldn't really know how to end it in a satisfying way. Endings are really hard, and whatever your imagination is building up to be like, what's the mystery, or what is the answer to the mystery, is probably not going to be enough. It's going to fall short of most people's expectations, and no matter what it's going to be like, it could be better. Like, you can always say that, so I like this.
Well,
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, I just feel like if we have the lead-in of the person saying that they hate their skin, and then we have the ending of this importance placed on, like, the bathtub and, different things like that, my assumption would be maybe someone living in this house who has removed their skin and is constantly hydrating.
The skin taker,
Yeah.
No, I think that's one of the the major open interpretation that you're supposed to get from it. And that's what I was going to try and interrupt you to say.
Well, tough.
Is that is my headcanon as to what is happening. That is my theory that someone had their skin stripped off in the basement, and the tarp upstairs has been cleaned of all of the blood from this action. Yeah. Abysmii, you want to take another shot?
Let me go shoot up. Well,
how do you not have how does Abysmii not have alcohol by his desk?
I don't know. How does he not have it just in an IV drip at all times?
Let's just do this shot.
All right, 3, 2, 1, skull.
Don't choke. Okay, well.
Good shit.
Alcohol.
Yay, booze.
Poison.
Poison. Poison me, you have.
Oh boy! So I just read the first sentence of this story, and I already love it.
This is a sequel to Barbie.avi. You're right. It's fucking amazing.
I don't even know where I came across this. I honestly do not remember. It may have been
smashed computer that you found.
I went to Detroit for some reason. I think I was on the Creepypasta subreddit, just like going through it for mod shit, and someone may have linked it or something. I do not remember. But then I saw it went Elijah.avi. That is a weird. Oh my god, the sequel. There's a fucking unofficial sequel. So yeah, we're doing this.
Thank you.
So for everybody out there, we're reading Elias.avi.
And I was very disappointed it wasn't Elias.avi, because if it was, then I would have just, probably called you up both and been like, there's an Elias.avi! Holy shit!
Wake up!
Wake up!
So this was...
I'm not afraid of you anymore.
This was posted to the wiki by Josh the Fifth Beetle. Now, I'm not sure if this is if they found this somewhere, or if they created it, or, if it's an official sequel written by the original author and found and posted here, or if it's by...
Also, it's the Spinpasta wiki,
Ooh.
whose font is Bleeding Cowboys, and I know that because that is the edgy-ass font that I used for my old Creepypasta narration videos, so good on you.
And the reason he found that font is because he was blind Googling an image search for Bleeding Cowboys.
Mm. Bleeding Cowboys, ambiguous slant. There we go.
Stop saying slant. That's not right.
Are you tired of the little girls being the only ones who get period dolls? Now try which Bleeding Cowboy. And it gets a Saturday morning cartoon as well.
There's a tampon in my boot. Can you get it out for me?
Pieball pad.
Okay, we have to now create a 1980s action-oriented cowboy-themed cartoon about, superhero cowboys who all are on their period.
God damn it. We have too much to do as is. We cannot also do this.
Now listen here, Blood Eye. We have to fight the forces of PMS, the paramilitary samurais.
Hey, can you put... Hey, it's me, Goofy, from Disney. I got a little bit of clout here. Can you put my son in? His name will be MaxiPad.
God damn it. I think we can fit him in.
Maybe in 4 weeks or so.
Max, you ever been the center of a blood cocky?
Oh no, it's the dreaded toxic shock troopers.
This right here is why we will never ever be monetized on this channel. Not that we were planning to, but for people who occasionally ask, I can't wait until you get to 1,000 subscribers to blah, 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 it's never going to happen. Don't bother. Just don't. Do not expect this.
Guys, the paramilitary samurai are coming. Why, thank you, Spotter. All right, good of you to see that.
God damn it.
What?
Damn it.
Oh boy. Incredible.
Stop.
We're going to see the elders at the top of the mountain here. We're going to see the elders. It's a group of wise old cowboys called the Men of Pause. They give you pause of reflection.
That was such a stretch.
No, it was good. I can see that.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
read this. Start this before we continue this fucking cult thing.
This is why the first sentence is so perfect. My name is Ezra.
Ezra Miller. You may have seen me beating the shit out of a fan on YouTube.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta beat the shit out of your fans.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, any of you fearfickers out there, you can catch these fists at any time.
Don't come to any fucking conventions we go to eventually, because we'll just beat the shit out.
Double. You seem cool. Don't come to the convention tomorrow.
There ain't no conventions happening anytime soon, let me tell you that.
Separate online conventions, which we're going to host, and it's going to be OnlyFans.
You may not know me too well.
I don't know you at all. Who the fuck are you?
But you know my friend Elijah. Not by his name, of course, but by his story.
Oh my.
Are these Mormons? Ezra, Elijah?
Well, okay, so yeah, Ezra was the friend from the first story.
Yeah.
And Elijah, why? I don't know.
He just wakes up from a really nasty party. He's like, oh, so much sugar from all of that ginger ale last night.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we do cold ginger ale? You know it's forbidden by the elders. Oh.
Bro, I soaked with so many girls last night.
We put our hands in the same bowl. There was 3 girls and me. It was awesome.
Abysmii doesn't know what soaking is.
Do you know what soaking is?
I do. I was doing the Mormon thing.
Doing the Mormon thing.
Bad joke adaptation.
You mean soaking?
Spike Lee has really fallen off in his later years. Do the Mormon thing. What?
6 weeks ago, Elijah just vanished out of thin air. He was here 1 minute, then I told him to fuck off and gone the next. I don't know what happened. It was weird. I had no idea what happened to him at first. I remember a couple of months before he disappeared, he asked me to go with him down the train tracks not too far from the neighborhood. He wanted to go exploring, I remember. He was very vague about what it was exactly we were to explore, but he told me it was big.
Wow. How was it big? This is big. I'm going to crack this case wide open. There's a woman on the video. That's it.
There's a woman on the video on the internet. I gotta go find out.
There's a woman on the internet. I gotta go find a burger.
Look at this woman skin.
Every time I do, it's pale and thin. Oh, yeah, sorry. The night before, he and I were supposed to go, a Friday. I had stayed up entirely too late. I also had a heavy night of drinking after work, and it left me with a killer hangover. When he came knocking on my door in the goddamn
Why did
AM,
you turn Swedish? It left me with a hangover.
When he came knocking on my door in the goddamn AM, I had no other choice but to tell him to fuck off.
You almost sound like Tomar.
Tomar? Oh my god. Tomar, it's you in this recording. Okay, nobody's gonna know.
Tomar, you're on our podcast. Oh my god.
DP doesn't know. Nobody knows.
I really know who that is now.
Oh.
That is not a frisky dingo.
No, it's not.
I'm Tomar.
I don't want to read Barbie.avi anymore. I want to read Elijah.avi. Oh god, because he's Jewish.
Jaxie, sit in the basement on this chirp while I de-skin you. Alright, DP, it's that fucking Oni Plays shit, dude. That Let's Play shit that you hate.
That's it, don't worry.
That we sent you one time.
I don't hate it.
We sent you a video one time and you were 10 seconds later, you were like, I've seen enough. I get it. Thank you. Goodbye.
Actually, I recall this, yes.
So,
dude, what if you were on a video and then that video was a tape and then that tape got sent onto a computer and then they put that computer into an alley and then that alley was the alley from Goof Troop? What would you do?
What was it? Was the alley from Ally McBeal? And yeah, remember Abysmii? We used to do that all the time. We should do that again. Mm-hmm. Thanks for reminding us, Brandon.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Just wanted to actually find the right moment to do it.
No, then we got to do the dingoes as well.
No,
we just did dingoes last fucking story.
Do the dingo.
Anyway, continue.
But now I regret doing that. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
When he came back later that day, he stopped by my place. He was traumatized. He was knees weak, arms sweaty, palms already, sweating and anxious as hell. So I got him some water and tried to calm him down. He kept
Doctor is terrible. He's palms already.
Elderly Eminem coming out on stage. His knees are ready, arms weak, head is ready, spaghetti, head lettuce and Eddie. Eddie Vedder Moretti.
Where's my BLT? I'm hungry.
Is that what he...
I got a laptop in my
boy.
back pocket, Nigerian prince sending me money. Windows, called Windows. My computer locked up. Eminem, no, those are scams, buddy. Somebody help him.
There's just an entire concert about his personal problems, but not even like the fun rap kind. Just like, oh man, my electric car the battery keeps running out.
I'm beginning to think that I have forgot. Oh well. Elderly Eminem. There's our new character.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think I have ligma. He kept mumbling about this video and this house in the middle of the woods. I tried my hardest to hear him out, but he wasn't making any sense. He asked if he could crash the night at my place, and I agreed. This guy's just fucking couch surfing.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's just a fucking couch surfer. At least that is in line with the previous story. I can believe that about the previous pro tag.
Now here's a slight oversight in the last story, as it should have ended with, instead of I jumped out the second story window, it should have been I crashed on the couch in the abandoned house and then left in the morning.
I was so scared I decided to take a nap.
Yeah.
So here's the alarming thing. This is the spinpasta wiki, and this story is okay so far. So is this going to shit the bed?
Oh, I have to imagine it does.
I am going to be alarmed if this is... I'm going to be disturbed, if you will. Shocked.
I cannot be cautiously optimistic about this.
Here's the thing. Since it is a sequel, and possibly an unauthorized sequel, I would say very likely unauthorized.
Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah. It's not allowed on the wiki, so even if it's good, it has to go on the Spinpasta wiki, you know?
That's 100% true, and this is not written by the original author, so...
Okay.
I believe the original one is... I think it was written by Cosby-avi, I'm fairly certain.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Fairly certain. It was the least I could do. After all, I totally did flake on him.
I don't know if I buy Ezra saying, yeah, fuck off, I don't care. Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry for that. Like, I don't know if I exactly buy that, but whatever. As the operating premise for this spin-off, fine, well, let's run with it. The next morning he was a lot calmer, but he decided that he didn't feel like talking about what happened. It sort of pissed me off, honestly. I wanted to help him, but I couldn't either because of his vagueness or lack of will to tell me. Go figure. Go figure what? After that Saturday, he was never exactly the same. He was always looking over his shoulder and was very suspicious of every stranger he saw. I felt awful for him.
Why? The last time I saw Elijah was the night before he vanished without a trace.
And there it is.
I was pretty fucking worried about him, so I called up a Wendigo and a Manic Pixie Dream Girl to go search for him. Dracula. I like the idea that there's a no-sleep story where it's like, there's a Wendigo and a Manic Pixie Dream Girl and Dracula. A demon and Frankenstein and his son.
You probably get your story removed if you tried to reference Dracula, you know, because Wendigo's fine, but Dracula, no, can't do that.
What if you had a story, Abysmii, what would you do if you wake up in this castle, you have no idea how you got there, there's this coffin in front of you, the coffin opens, right? This vampire sits up, you can tell he's a real vampire, smells of death, got the fangs, real dead vampire guy, but he's wearing like Party City makeup and he has like a plastic or vinyl cape, you know, and it's got like really bad prosthetics, you know, and things like that.
Does he sound like Christopher Lee?
Yes.
Okay.
He sounds like Christopher Lee, doing an impression of Ernest P. Worrell from the Ernest movies.
Yeah. What would I do?
What would you do?
Say that I'm going to get him his water and pills and then just leave.
Wow. You would,
because he's probably senile.
You would actually, okay, you would kill Christopher Lee. Okay, anyway.
I wouldn't kill him, I would just leave.
He's going to be waiting for his pills!
Can we, like, there's gotta be a shitty creepypasta out there called, like, Ernest Goes to Slender Mansion, right?
No, but there is now, because someone's going to run with that.
Hey, Vern, you want to come out in the woods with me?
Here is a promise. Anyone in the comments, if you write a no joke, like, constructed Ernest Goes to Slender Mansion story, we will read it as long as it doesn't have tasteless jokes about stabbing.
And when we say tasteless jokes about stabbing, it can have tasteful ones, but not tasteless ones.
We are the arbiters of what is and is not tasteless.
Yes. As the moderators of r/creepypasta, we will determine.
There's just going to be a bit where it's like Slender Man tastefully stabbed Ernest in the heart.
God damn it.
Like, yeah, okay, fine. Passes the threshold.
Listen, there you go.
Ew, said Ernest.
There are so many Zoomers listening to this, just being like,
"What
the fuck is Ernest?"
Go to YouTube and search for Ernest Scared Stupid. That's the worst.
Ernest goes to, and then like just fill in the blank. It doesn't matter.
Ernest goes to the DMV.
Ernest goes to Fat Albert Town.
Hey, everybody here is a Fat Albert.
What?
Just like me.
We breathe through mitosis.
That's
What'd you say? That's epic?
Alien organism.
That's pretty epic. It was totally poggers.
Oh my god. I was going to say that Bill Cosby's rolling in his grave, but he's not dead yet.
Yeah, well, give it time. By the time this is released, maybe he'll be dead.
We lost two titans of their industry, Ron Paul and Bill Cosby.
Oh, god damn it.
The one true ship, the one true pairing. Ron Paul and Bill Cosby.
Ew. Fucking gross.
Because you see, the Republicans and the Bills and the health care. Nobody in the
Democrat, but then, the party changed.
Oh, God. So, what the fuck where are we and who's what?
That's a good question.
Go figure. I think
Go figure was said, but who said it?
You?
Was it me? You know what? Go ahead at the last time. No, wait. DP just did that?
The last time I saw Elijah was the night before he vanished without a trace. Pretty fucking worried about him, so I decided to go see him. It was late at night, and I didn't care much. He lived a few blocks away from me, and I was genuinely concerned for him. When I got near his house, though, I watched as he was taking out his computer. No monitor, but this computer. Computer.
His computer, a new computing machine.
I will say that this is written in, obviously a lot of creepypasta is amateur, but it's the very kind of, it's almost like they're dictating, and some of this could be read out as if it were a script, like for a play, but it just doesn't make any sense if it's just for being read.
Abysmii, this is Ezra writing now, not Elijah, so I mean, there's going to be a difference in the writing style.
Excuse me. He looked over his shoulders the entire time as he did, and when I called out his name, he freaked and ran back across the street to his apartment. You live across the street from each other? Was that in the last story?
I don't know.
I scared the hell out of him. I thought about checking on him, but I figured that he wouldn't comply after I scared the shit out of him.
Did you scare the hell out of him, or did you scare the shit out of him? Make up your mind.
Be consistent. I did, however, walk over to this garbage to see the computer. It was in pretty decent shape, so I had no clue as to why he was throwing it out. Whatever it was, though, was torturing my friend, who I scared the shit out of. Yeah. So I owed it to him to see what had gotten to him so badly.
How do you know the computer is what had... It's retelling the story of I saw someone throw out a computer and picked it up. So, I mean...
This is the piggybacking spinpasta syndrome. I also got the haunted video game, and I also loaded it up and saw, remember all that? This is how I establish genuineness.
Goddamn piggy pastas.
Was he talking about, like, finding something on the computer before?
No.
What do you mean? In this story?
Yeah, wasn't he like,
no.
Yeah, he came to me talking about a house and talking about a computer.
No, he just said, I saw something.
Stop all the downloading.
Hey, kid, I'm a computer.
Yeah. I took the computer home and managed to get it running. At first, I searched for tits and pussy, but on it was nothing. After looking around on it, checking every inch of the hard drive. Okay, so our 6-foot-something, 200-something pound muscle from the last story
6'4", 250 pounds
is from the last story is now, instead of being the bruiser that the narrator wanted to take along for extra muscle, he's now Hacker Man. He's like,
yeah. Although what they're doing is not really hacking. It's
well, you know what I'm saying though. It's like,
yeah, sure.
After looking around on it, checking every inch of the hard drive, I found a solo file. Barbie.avi.
Solo file?
A soul file, yeah. Same thing, really.
Yeah, no, technically.
The video was nothing too special. Just a woman, just a dame, just a broad, just a slut, talking on camera with badly distorted audio. I coded a Visual Basic GUI to enhance the picture. She started to cry toward the end, and it made me uneasy, to say the least. I always hate it when chicks cry. That's not in it. But in any case, I still saw nothing wrong with the video. Until the ending. It was what piqued my interest.
And then I had to go to the bathroom and throw up. So yeah, that is exactly the same from, like, it's not verbatim, but it's, hey, I looked around, didn't find anything, but then I found the one video.
I went to the bathroom, and I puked out of my asshole. Ezra, that's called shitting. Whatever. Back in Jersey. I thought you were from Detroit. Whatever. Detroit. Everybody in Jersey. Everybody in Jersey is just like, yeah, I gotta go puke out of my asshole. I'll be right back.
I have a friend from Philadelphia who he's a really good friend, and he moved elsewhere, which sucks. But he had all these Philadelphia-isms that were amazing, and my favorite one was I woke up from that, because I would go over to his place and we would just play scary
crash on the floor.
No, I should have. That would have been fun. But we would watch scary movies or play scary video games, and we would drink. And he would say, oh man, I woke up today and I was half shot in the ass. The first time I heard that, I went, come again? Half shot in the ass? That is beautiful.
Your ass is beautiful, said Abysmii.
Yeah, I mean.
Alright, picking up from where Meowth left off. The goddamn train tracks. I was fucking scared in the moment I saw them, because now it had dawned on me that Elijah was trying to get me to help him with.
Wanted to set up a new train company, and I was like, dude, you can't do that. They're pretty much state-owned monopolies at this point.
State-owned monopolies. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again.
We're gonna run into the Sherman antitrust laws.
Looks like Team Rocket's gonna need a pardon from Trump.
I need a corporate bailout from the taxpayer.
Looks like Team Rocket's puking out their ass.
Sorry, Ash, we can't try to get you Pikachu today. Team Rocket's puking out their asshole.
Oh my god, Jesse, hold this really quick. Hold
my hair, James. Out of your asshole?
Elias, definitely do not label this episode puking out your asshole.
Monetization, what's that?
Feel like we don't get fucking banned off of YouTube.
Do you have trouble with puking out of your asshole? Try.
That's such an Adult Swim infomercial right there.
Alan Resnick, get at us. If you hear this, call us up. We have an idea for a puking out your asshole sketch.
You know what? I found that Robbie Ratcliffe is more the...
Robbie Rotten? What?
More the brains behind the infomercials, like unedited footage of a bear, I think was more him. This House Has People in It was more him. And I saw those fuckers live back when you could see live events, and their stand-up is fucking amazing. It is so much better than any of their videos they put out. Their videos are already great, but holy fucking shit, do they put on a good live show.
Can I ask you a question?
Have you ever puked out of your asshole? Like, really? Done a Technicolor yawn?
God.
But from your butthole. If you want to puke out of your asshole.
When I say puke, go!
When I say puke, be ready to throw. Up.
No, wrong hole.
Yes.
Not that hole.
Let's try something else.
Oh, God. We're stupid.
But remember, guys, if you want to throw up, putting your finger down your throat works. But if you want to throw up out your asshole, putting your finger up your asshole does not work.
God damn it.
This just gives you the old stinky finger. Where were we? I felt bad about?
The stink thing. Yeah.
Felt bad about it, so I tried to so I decided I'd call him and try and figure out what he found when looking on the train tracks. I knew he'd gotten pissed at me for taking the computer, but I didn't care. I wanted to help him, but he didn't answer.
This is Detroit. I stole my friend's garbage.
I'm a Detroitian, and I stole my friend's garbage, and how I wish I hadn't. I will say it seems like Elijah's been shocked beyond all recognition, so that Elijah can rediscover the same exact plot from the last story.
Yeah. Okay, if this ends in just cyclical, they keep freaking themselves out and going to their friend for help and then leaving, and then the friend tries to investigate, that would be awesome.
It has to be an E name, though. I went over to get my friend Eric, who had a gun.
No, he goes back to fucking Elijah, and it just keeps like the cycle.
They
keep trying to help each other, but they can't. They're like just fucking idiots.
The chain continues.
The chain continues,
just like JFK, the assassination of JFK.
This morning
continues.
My fellow Americans, this morning I puked out of my asshole.
Puked out of my ass. And I know that there are a lot of Americans can identify after a good July the 4th.
I was talking to my wife, Jackie Onassis. See what I did there?
I had the Pope on the phone.
And then I had the Pope on the phone. What?
And then I put my brains out my head.
God damn it.
There was a lot of government secrets, but it's okay. They're in a secure location.
Forget about the grassy knoll. I want to know about the assy hole. What?
Jack boots, more like ass boots.
God damn it. I want to know about this hairy asshole fellow. No, that doesn't work. Lee Harvey Oswald, no.
Ernest goes to Washington to meet with JFK.
I met with Ernest P. Worrell. He called me Vern.
Oh, boy.
We went to meet Slender Man.
In his mansion.
Ich bin ein Slender Manor. Slender Manor, huh?
God damn it. Okay. I was depressed and angry.
Fuck. Zoomers aren't going to get that in joke. They're too young for the first episodes. Oh, fuck.
God damn it.
Whew. Do you realize there are people listening to this show who were born when the first episode came out?
You know what? Yeah, comment below if you know where that's from. We can actually name the episode. Then you get caller's credit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was depressed and angry.
Leave a comment. Okay, I want everybody to leave a comment, not on this video. Find a video with no comments, and just comment, I puked out my asshole, and that's it. Just spread that across the internet.
Put a bunch of
ruin the YouTube algorithm.
Put a bunch of, like, capitalized A's and ass. I puked out my ass.
Asshole.
I was depressed and angry when he didn't answer the phone, because in my mind, he was sitting there staring at the phone, but he just would not answer. What is he, your fucking boyfriend? Why doesn't he call? I called him maybe 6 more times before giving up on him. We're through, Elijah.
Elijah, I'm giving up on you.
I figured I would go see him in the morning and try talking to him then, but then he was gone.
Whew. What had happened was I had went to his apartment and tried to get him to come out. Admit it, Elijah. Admit it. Come out. No answer.
He's just standing outside the window with boombox.
Reunited fucking asshole.
He's got a boombox, and he's trying to get his friend to come out, so the boombox is going, yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want to really, really, really want to puke out of my ass. If you want to puke in my asshole, you gotta get with my friends.
How did over an hour in this episode become the ass puke episode?
Used condoms and ass puke, the Fear Fiction Podcast. I got out my cell phone and tried to call him from outside his place. No answer. At that point, I got pretty frightened and did what I thought was the last option. I called the police. I forget, did the guy call the police in the first thing? Or no, that was Abysmii's suggestion. That's right.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
They arrived about 10 minutes later, not in Detroit they didn't, and they got into his place. They had me come along with them, since I was the one who made the call.
I bet you this author forgot that this takes place in Detroit.
I called the Detroit police. 2 days later, someone called and asked if I still wanted the police or nah.
I called the Detroit police. I got a... This number is fucking broke. The city doesn't have any money.
We're sorry. Every officer is currently puking out of his asshole.
This is Detroit, after all. Oh, sorry, it's DP, sorry.
Detroit, the ass puke state.
His apartment is so fucking horrible to see. The smell of piss and shit everywhere.
Where's his girlfriend?
Maybe they broke up in that time.
I mean, but at least acknowledge it. Whatever.
Maybe it was her piss and shit. They were just into
Could
that.
be. Yeah. Women do piss and shit. They won't admit to it, but they do.
That's not true.
I've seen women piss. I know it happens. I've seen
they
it happens. I've waken up to it.
DP has seen women piss. He knows it happens. They don't know it happened. Him watching, that is, but still.
The best part of waking up is gamer girl pee in a cup.
Yeah. It's just that scene from fucking, what is it, Blue Velvet, where he's hiding at the goddamn,
Mommy! Mommy! Yeah, that scene.
But it's just pissing in a cup.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Trash and dirty dishes were all over the place. It looked like a speedrunner's house. It turned into a shithole. Keep in mind that I used to go over to his place all the time and never got this bad out of shape. The cops searched the entire place for Elijah, but he was nowhere to be found. My heart dropped. I was so frightened and worried for my friend. I wanted to know what had happened to him.
What happened was this story possesses none of the, I don't know if I would call it story crafting, but there was a certain charm. Yeah. The other one, and even just in the way it was written, and this is just, and can you believe that, oh my god, the police came, they didn't find anything.
Did the story literally shit the bed with actual shit?
Yeah. A little bit before that paragraph, but yeah, essentially. 4 days went by, and he was still missing. A manhunt was declared, but nothing did, or has since, came out of it. Elijah was still missing.
That's the opposite of reunited, and it feels so good. 4 days went by, and he's still missing.
APB, Elijah's dead. By the third week with him gone, I decided to take matters into my own hands.
Fecal matters.
I figured, fuck it, if the cops weren't finding him, maybe I could. I'm a cop, or better than a cop. I packed a backpack full of supplies, and on an early Saturday morning, I made my way to the train tracks that I was supposed to go weeks ago.
Okay.
I have a certain set of skills that you are going to find very terrifying. And if I find you, I need you to know I will puke out my ass.
Yep.
If I find you and Elijah's there.
I entered the forest, leaving a trail of ass puke to follow back. Hansel and Gretel got really dark. Hours had passed before any progress was made, and I was beginning to feel discouraged, until I noticed a trail off the beaten path. I stumbled a bit when I saw it. I took several deep breaths, and built up the courage to proceed down it slowly. I wanted to make as little noise as I possibly could. As it ended, I noticed an abandoned house in the middle of the open field.
Our house in the abandoned open field. Why do we keep doing coffee jingles?
I don't know. Because we've been drinking. That's why.
Barbie skinless in the cellar.
I nearly ass puked myself.
God damn it. What does it really say?
I nearly shit myself. I inched my way off the trail to the house. God damn it.
I was clenching because I didn't have any toilet paper.
Fucking. Oh. We've reached like third grade level humor on this show.
We really have. Just clenching and inching.
More like third grade,
More like poo-poo.
Poo-poo.
Fearing for my life every minute, I looked around, scared as hell. The sun was beaming down on me, and I was sweating arms weak, more than usual, in part because it was hot, and in part because of how afraid I was.
And in part because I'm 5'6" and 250 pounds.
I gassed easy, guys, okay? Listen. I may be maintaining a healthy weight of muscle, but, I am a very fragile dandelion.
Mm-hmm.
I was I ass puke all the time. I just am not on a good schedule here. I was about halfway to the house when I swear to God I heard something. Or someone. I had no idea what it was, but I was such a chicken shit that I ran away as soon as I heard it.
The end.
So, like, point of all this.
So I will say that, like, when Slimebeast was like, okay, but, like, our muscle guy's like a hacker, and it's like, well, maybe he's just defying a stereotype, but they've done nothing to, like, mention the fact that this dude is 500 pounds, 6'4", and yoked. So
He's 8'4", 2,000 pounds.
2,000 and 3,500 pounds.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's a real problem. Okay, so this story is almost over, by the way, and we have spent 80% of it going, remember the first story? I'm really worried about my friend.
Mm-hmm.
My friend's gone, and now it's about to end. Nothing substantive has happened. So this has to basically make up for all of that in the last 2 paragraphs, and I don't think it's going to. I've never been a runner, but if I had been on the track team in that moment, I would have broken some fucking records. When I made it back home, sweating and scared as hell, there's a lot of just bodily fluids in this fucking story.
Yeah.
Piss, shit, ass, puke.
When I made it back home, coming and sneezing.
piss, shit, ass, puke, piss, shit, ass, puke.
I stormed back into my
That's
apartment.
the new Trump rally slogan. Trump is up there, piss, shit, ass, puke, everybody. And they're like, piss, shit, ass, puke.
They fucking would. Bunch of sheeple.
I saw Joe Biden, and Joe Biden was throwing up out of his asshole, and
it was so disgusting.
he left
That's
a trail
why
of
I
it all
call
over
it-
the White House
listen.
lawn. I'm sorry, guys.
Listen, that's why I call him ass puke Biden.
I stormed back into my apartment and locked the front and back door. That was me. That wasn't the story. As well as all my windows. After I showered and tried to calm down, I went back to the computer I had taken from Elijah's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
When I turned on the monitor, I saw that a video file was already up and waiting to be played. My body quivered when I saw the title at the top left-hand corner.
My 9-foot-tall, 382-pound body quivered.
It broke the chair I was on.
I'm Siren Head, basically.
Elijah.avi.
Bum, bum, bum. There's our twist, folks.
Bum.
I almost wanted to cry when I saw it. I'm sorry. I almost wanted to cry when I saw it. Was this some sick fucking joke? I had hundreds of questions, but not a goddamn answer in sight.
God damn.
I reluctantly hit the play button to find an hour-long video of Elijah sitting in his trashed apartment, rocking back and forth with distorted audio. Distorted Audio was our band we were in high school.
Dude, fucking Distorted Audio is a punk name.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely it is.
At times, I could see him getting angry and yelling at whoever was on the other end of the camera. At this point, At this point, my face was covering in tears. Big, meaty, juicy, 200-pound tears. And near the end of it, so was Elijah's. After the similar black screen, similar to what? The first story you didn't read, Ezra?
Uh-huh.
After the similar black screen, there was footage of the train tracks that ended when it got to the trail. I have a feeling that this won't end with Elijah's death. I'll be next.
Well, so basically this just ripped off The Ring, and it failed to make that looping segment that we were talking about. Just saying.
You ever puke out your asshole so hard you rip off your ring?
You gotta blow out your O-rings if you know what I mean.
You mean you're going to ass puke until you come?
Enough of your kinks, Brandon. Damn.
Hey.
So, yeah, this is not good, but I'm glad we read it.
Here's the thing. If this was the first story we read, if there was no Barbie.avi and we just read Elijah.avi, would it be any different?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Like, taking out our, like, hey, how come the girlfriend isn't mentioned? Hey, this is just the first 3 paragraphs restated. I don't think we would have a very much different opinion at all. That being said, I encourage people to try to write a sequel to Barbie.avi, because Slimebeast, as you said, you kind of wish there was a part 2. I'm not saying that it's like guaranteed to be good, but that's a decent challenge.
Make it Barbie.mp4 or something. I don't know.
Barbie.mov.
Pornhub.com/Barbie. Just make it.
Cornhub?
Yeah.
Cornhub.
Cornhub.
Is that Ohio's fucking Pornhub extension?
I'm gonna look into this. Cornhub.com. Does anyone own Cornhub.com? I don't think any.
Oh, Cornhub.blogspot.
Cornhub.com is going for about 4,085.
No,
That's how much they're asking for. That's not going to be how much it sells for.
Cornhub.pw, though, is definitely a Pornhub parody site.
Pornhub.pa for puke asshole is available.
Cornhub app on Google Play? What the fuck?
What if... Okay, so you can actually, like, petition or send in forms or whatever to, like, the commission that oversees domain name shit, and you can try to get domain name extensions. That's why they came out with that big wave of them, like .xxx, .web, .this, .that. What if you just submitted a form where you were like, .ap, you know, for ass puking? You just act like it's totally adorable.
I represent a niche but thriving community. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have learned today that Barbie.avi has not aged as well as we would have liked, but we respect it for the trend setting that it did. And
Two of us do.
Two of us do. One of us is a fucking stickler.
One of us is just like, okay, so that happened, you know.
Yeah, contrarian Slimebeast. And the other is a hilarious romp through ass puking.
Hilarious romp through ass puking. Peter Pan from Disney.
Slimebeast, how does it feel to be the contrarian on a show with 3 contrarians?
I think it just shows that I'm obviously the one with the highest IQ. You know?
You have to be pretty.
You have to be pretty. If you just be.
It's like my dad always said. You gotta be pretty, or you can't pee.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Just cut it there.
What the fuck?
There.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey everyone, Skeptical Video Essayist here for another debunking video. We're going to be taking a look at an urban legend people actually believe. Is Barbie.avi real? Psh, ridiculous. Can you believe people think this happened? What losers. First off, the main character is using a personal computer, but it takes place in the 1920s of Detroit. That doesn't make any sense. We're already off to a bad start, and the character is using a cellular phone. That's goofy. Can we get our timelines right? Next, the main character needs to be picked up by his girlfriend. What kind of loser needs his girlfriend to drive him around everywhere? I mean, come on. Then he's analyzing a computer and says it runs Windows XP, but also says it was wiped clean. Well, which is it? Can the computer have a program and still not run? So it's not wiped clean, is it? Listen, we're just using facts and logic here. We're just debunking all of this stuff. It's so stupid. Come on, this is clearly fiction, you idiots. Why do you guys believe this stuff and think that it's real, all of you? Perhaps the dumbest part of all of this is that the woman on the video was mouthing the word skin and making her cry. Why would that upset someone? Having skin? This is so nonsensical. I'm tired of this stuff. How can they get away with this nonsense, lying on the internet for people's amusement? I'm so tired of it. And then we have the main character, whose name we don't even get, arriving at a plywood road, which, how does that even make sense? A road made out of plywood? And then he uses a flashlight, despite it being morning. Why? Is the sun not out? Is this a universe where there's no sun? What's going on? Just go outside. Well, with all of that, I think we can agree I've completely and thoroughly debunked and dunked on this stupid fairy tale. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and give to my PayPal for more skeptical, rational videos calling out liars on the internet with facts and logic. Next time, we're going to take a look at Ben Drowned. Silly. And yes, I'm still working on my Dyatlov Pass debunked video, so stay tuned. Anyway, case closed, idiots.
Big Creepypasta channel.
Big creepypasta, put it in your... No, don't actually, wait, no, never mind.
Hold on, back up. I want to retract that. Can we get this off the record?
YouTube.com/creepypasta. Proudly predator-free.
Yeah!
For real, though, yeah.
Are
For
you
real.
tired of channels that offer you a free predator? Well, we're predator-free.
No predators, as far as we know.
Abysmii, married. DP, has a girlfriend.
Whore.
Slimebeast, fucking doesn't want to touch a person because they're full of disease. So,
Full of coronavirus.
they're full of coronavirus.
Every human.
Yeah. Everybody's just disgusting. People are annoying and obnoxious. Putting up with them it's just hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And you know what you won't find on that channel is you won't find just 15 stories shoved into one video with no care, no
Not
passion.
yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyway.
We are not popular enough yet to sell out.
True.
So help us get there.
Yeah, here's a clip from one of our readings on Creepypasta on YouTube, youtube.com/creepypasta, to show you what kind of quality product we're putting out. Here's the clip. Elias? I almost called him Elijah. Elias, put the clip in now. I walked up to the Wendigo, and the Wendigo touched my butt, and I said, "Hey, Wendigo, stop touching my butt." He said, "No." And I said, "That's inappropriate. I'm gonna fucking call the police on you." Wendigo said, "Go ahead. My uncle is a cop. He's actually the sheriff." And I was like, "Oh, fuck." And so then I ran out of the woods screaming and shitting and pissing everywhere, and I never returned. And that Wendigo eventually became the governor of my state. So yeah, there's a clip of one of our well-produced readings from the
I
channel.
want you to actually put music behind that.
Yeah.
It can be my music, it can be whatever, I don't care. Put music behind that.
No, you have to put some Eugene music behind that, for fuck's sake.
Yes! Do the one that everyone fucking uses. I don't even know what it's called.
No, no, no. Hey,
Hey.
Wendigo.
Mushy.
Yeah. That was fucking not stupid. Yeah.